Good morning, students. Today we will start a new topic. Before moving towards a new one, first I want to give you a overview of yesterday's topic. We have learned the male reproductive system. What are the main things in the male reproductive system? There is a primary sex organ, which is our testis, and this testis is responsible for the formation of male gametes. These are male gametes which is formed inside this testis, which we call sperm. Okay, and after there are some accessory things are also present, accessory glands as well as and accessory ducts. Now we will see what are the accessory glands and ducts are here. Accessory glands are first your seminal vesicle, second your prostate gland, and the last one your bulbo-urethral gland. Okay, I have already explained you that these glands are responsible for the formation of semen, and these glands releases a nutrient substance for the growth, and we can say that for the motility of sperm. The secretion from these glands collectively with sperm is known as semen, which is produced at the time of copulation, or we can say the coitus. And what are accessory ducts are here? Accessory ducts are vas deferens and your urethra. We know that urethra is a common passage for the urination and the sperm ejaculation. Now after this we move towards the female reproductive system. Now I will explain how to draw a structure of female reproductive system. Female reproductive system. This female reproductive system is comprised of female primary sex organ, which we call ovaries, and their accessory ducts. This is how I made this female reproductive system. Actually, this female reproductive system is surrounded by different kinds of membranes. This innermost part is generally made up of blood. This is how we made reproductive structure. This female reproductive structure, I have already told you, that's made up of, or we can say that's comprised of a ovary, which we known as a primary sex organ of female, and the different type of ducts. So there are so many ducts are present, in which the main duct, which we known as fallopian tube, sometimes we call it oviduct. This fallopian tube has finger-like projection at its low end, which we known fimbriae. When this fimbriae moving forward, there is a part like a funnel shaped structure which we call infundibulum, and this infundibulum moving towards the wider part of oviduct, which is your ampulla, and this ampulla moving forward by a thinner part, which is your isthmus. This isthmus joins fallopian tube to the uterine cavity, which is your uterus. This part is called fundus, uterine fundus, and this canal, this is the widest canal, is known as uterine cavity. This uterine cavity is generally surrounded by 3 type of membranes, and every 3 membranes has their characteristic features. The outermost membrane is made up of thin layer of epithelium cell, which we call perimetrium. This is the thinnermost layer. After moving inward from perimetrium, there is a muscular layer is present, which we call myometrium. And the innermost layer is surrounded by a number of blood vessels are called endometrium. This myometrium actually works as a contraction layer. At the time of childbirth, there is a contraction occur in the myometrium, and this endometrium is generally glandular layers. At the time of menstrual cycle, it shades off and comes out from these canals by a, or we can say that in a form of blood and mucus. Here is a canal is present, which we call cervical canal, and the last, this cervical canal is moving downward or outside by a vagina. These both canals comprisively form birth canal. After moving towards gametogenesis. What is gametogenesis? Actually, gametogenesis is a process of formation of gametes. This gametogenesis is occur in both male and a female reproductive systems. So here we have male reproductive system and here female reproductive system. Male reproductive system has a primary sex organ, which is testes, and this female reproductive system has a female primary sex organ. This primary sex organ of male produce gamete, which we call male gamete, sperm, and this primary sex organ of female produces female gamete, which we call it ovum. These both the process of formation of gametes by a primary sex organ, or inside the primary sex organs are known as gametogenesis, and this gametogenesis generally considered or occurred by a process of division which we call meiotic. Why meiotic division is occur for the formation of gametes? Because generally these gametes are haploid in nature. I have already discussed this thing in the previous class. This meiotic division is a kind of division in which reduction of chromosomes occur. It means these both the gametes are haploid in nature. Sorry. It means it has a single set of chromosomes of male, and this ovum has a single set of female chromosome. After formation of gametes, we forward our topic towards the next male gamete. What are the structure of male gamete? Now we move towards the male gamete. Male gamete is actually comprised of three parts. One is your head, and the next one is your neck, and the middle part and the lowermost part is called tail. Head is comprised of genetic material. This is a chromosomal material. This is a chromosomal material which is present in head, and at the top there is a acrosome is present. Acrosome is contain a enzyme which help at the time of fertilization. This is the neck part of a male gamete. Middle part contains number of mitochondria. What is mitochondria? Mitochondria is an organelle of cell which is responsible for the formation, or we can say that for synthesis of energy inside the cell. And this is the tail of sperm. This tail help in the motility and movement of sperm. This is the structure of male gamete. First acrosome. Acrosome contains number of enzyme which is responsible for the fertilization. How it help in fertilization? It move when it comes contact with the outermost layer of a ovum. It dissolve the outermost layer of the ovum and help the sperm in movement in upward, or like we can say that movement in a forward direction inside the ovum. And there is a chromosomal material is present which contains the genetic information of male parent, and this is the middle part and the tail. Now we move forward towards the female gamete. Female gamete is the largest cell of the human beings. It is comprised of a circular structure. Inside it there is a ovum is present, and outside the ovum there is a membrane is present. This membrane is known as zona pellucida. Outside this zona pellucida there are blood cells are present. It means this ovum is surrounded by a number of blood vessels or blood cells. This is the structure of female gamete ovum.